Okay, let's go resume and get Dave on. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Vinny. Hey, Mike. Thanks for doing this. How are you?
Sure. How's it going?
So I was interested to hear maybe your take on, when I look at crypto, it's basically been as a speculative investment, right? And you've got your wallet and you're watching things go up and down. And now with NFTs coming out, what you were talking about with sort of proof of identity and access to things, that's really interesting. But in a broad sense, where do you see sort of the practical future of crypto going? People spending it or utilizing it, both from an investor perspective and also from a sort of a company building perspective.
Vinny, why don't you take it first this time? So I'm afraid I'll talk forever on that one.
I think we're in a very speculative sort of era right now. It's like very similar to the early days. I think mid 2000s. We're kind of in the mid 2000s phase of the internet, where we're seeing beachheads form with exchanges like Coinbase and a few others. These are like real profit-making businesses that are out there. And then you've got this sort of periphery of everything, like how we're going to replace and re-engineer everything. Like you've got Helium doing networks, for example. You've got then you've got the competition of the layer one chains. The industry is actually so big right now that there's no one person that has a full view of the industry. It's just not possible, right? And so you kind of have to look in what's happening in this corner, what's happening in this corner, and the answer is like no one can predict where this goes. All we need to accept is just a lot of smart people working on different areas in crypto and advancing, I'd say with the seemingly best possible logic and practical approaches to how you solve these real world problems. And some places will solve it, because solving a problem in crypto that is solved in centralized systems in the real world, it doesn't mean you win, right? Just because you've managed to do it decentralized doesn't mean it's going to be cheaper, better, faster, or adopted, right? Like there may be so much entrenchment in the legacy systems that no one really cares. You've built this great decentralized system, but there's no real need to move. It's not a cost mandate. It's not there's no you may just be in a situation where there's just no catalyst. So I think crypto as wires and broad as it is, there needs to be a catalyst in each sort of subsector of crypto to have adoption driven there. Like the catalyst in Bitcoin would be governments just printing money, and so Bitcoin becomes more valuable. The catalyst in identity would be who knows, right? COVID or some, look at all the vaccine passport discussions right now. That's a whole different discussion. Or KYC, AML, the new infrastructure bill. These are catalysts that happen in each subsector of crypto.